It is supper time, and I'm going to be making myself some pancakes. You heard that right, folks, pancakes. One of the beauties about not having a real breakfast, just bulletproof coffee, is that it just leaves you two meals, and basically what I will often do is shift what I would normally eat for breakfast to either be a lunch or a dinner for me. So I'm going to have pancakes, and in case I forget the exact recipe, I've got them all written here. And coconut flour pancakes. I actually made a video of this several years ago. It's been very, very popular, and almost nobody has said they didn't like them. I can't remember anybody. They're actually quite good. So I'm going to be making pancakes and sausage. And the nice thing about that is usually you can make enough with my little recipe that'll make at least 2 meals, if not 3. So when Benedicta wants to eat with me, she can have some, or if she chooses not to, which a lot of times for supper, she'll go on and eat her thing and I'll fix something for myself. We usually eat the same thing for lunch, and she fixes that, and then for supper we're kind of on our own. So anyway, I will be fixing myself some pancakes and sausage, and I'm going to enjoy that greatly. So I'll be back for just a few more minutes, but again, this is how I do it. This is how I beat diabetes. These are low-carb pancakes. They're not regular. There's no wheat flour. There's no white flour. There's no any kind of flour except coconut and almond flour, which are essentially nuts, and they are so much lower in carbs than wheat flour would be. To make delicious coconut flour pancakes, first crack 3 eggs and blend them together. Add 3 tablespoons of coconut flour. Add 1 tablespoon of almond flour. Add a ½ teaspoon of baking powder. Add a couple of shakes of salt. Add 3 tablespoons of heavy cream and 2 tablespoons of water. Add 3 tablespoons of coconut oil or olive oil. Add a couple of packets of non-sugar sweetener, and blend everything together. Coconut flour products tend to thicken the longer they sit, so once you make this mix, at first it may seem too watery. But let it sit around for about 4 minutes to see if the thickness suits you. If after that it's too thick, add a little extra cream and water to the mix. So here is my meal, very, very simple. 2 sausage patties and a low-carb pancake made of almond flour, coconut flour, some heavy cream, a few smaller other ingredients, and I'm good to go. You may say 2 things. Number 1, you may say, Dennis, that's not a very big meal. Well, I could eat more and it would still be low carb. I could double this, it'd still be low carb. I could put 4, 5, 6 sausage patties around here and it'd still be low carb. So if you're really hungry, you can eat low carb and stuff yourself if you want, or just be more satisfied than I am. But for me, dinner is normally a time where I want to limit myself. Now, I have one more treat. I've melted some butter in the microwave along with a little coffee syrup. I think it's salted caramel coffee syrup. And then I threw in some pecans. So that is going to be my pancake syrup. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Wow. Probably made more than I needed, but that's okay. So, an amazing, sweet, wonderful syrup and pancake sausage. And not only that, but I've got a couple other pancakes that recipe made that I can have for other meals. One other thing you may notice, you may say, well, Dennis, there's no vegetables in this meal at all. Well, I don't find it compulsory to eat vegetables in every meal. I just don't think it's necessary. Keep in mind, if diabetes is an issue with you, it's trying to beat you up. It's trying to do a number on your body. And when you're getting beat up by a bully, you really don't need to worry too much about nutrition as much as keeping the carbs low. You need to beat the bully first. Then if you say, well, I think I'd like a little more nutrition, that's fine. I get most of my vegetable nutrition from my lunches. And Benedict and I once again had the okra soup and with spinach in it. At least I think it had spinach and okra in it along with some other things. So lunchtime is normally my vegetable time. Dinner time, I just want to keep the carbs low, get relatively full, don't have to get totally full. and I am good. I've got some coffee going. It ought to be almost done, and it's dinner time. So here is one more example of how I do it and how I keep those carbs low and keep blood sugar in check. I woke up this morning with an 84 as a fasting glucose. I was real happy about that. So this is working for me blood sugar-wise. You may say, well, Dennis, I'm not so sure about some of the ways you do it. Well, that's fine. But one thing you definitely need is to get the blood sugar in check. All right, we'll see you again on another edition of Beat Diabetes. I want to announce an exciting new format that will be added to my Bible teaching channel, which goes by my name, Dennis Pollock. Most of my uploads have been on Mondays, where I post videos that I call Video Devos. These are short talks that focus on one particular Bible topic. And I'll continue to post these Video Devos on Mondays, but now I'm adding a new type of video that will be posted on Thursdays. These will involve Bible studies that Benedict and I will do at our dining room table. We'll be going through various books or sections of the Bible in a relatively short, easy-to-digest, user-friendly format. So catch the Video Devos on Mondays and the Bible studies with Ben and me on Thursdays. I believe you'll be blessed.